Just waiting on Burns. Morgan, this is the Burns live stream. He sent me a text requesting live because he's at work and he's bored. So here we are. Just waiting on Burns to show up. I am. There he is. Burns, here we go. It's all you, bro. Take over. I'll just sit here. First time caller, long time listener. I'll just sit back and listen. There he is. I got to send him a package today. I have to send him some baits. I did get new tape. Amy's on. She's in the other room. You're probably going to hear echo off of my own. The balsa is still naked, Burns. It is still naked, and I'm not happy about it. Daniel T, what's up? But I get these little bastards out of my hair, and all will be well. Hopefully they go smoothly today. I got to get them all. No, I don't think Burns wants to go. Wants to get on the camera. Or do you, Burns? I did get a notification that I will. Amy, you haven't heard this because it's new, but I did get a notification that I would be going on another live stream that's on Monday nights. Next Monday. Any guesses? Oh, Burns. I'm up to my ears in those. Which you know who? East Coast you know who or West Coast you know who? 10 Horse Monty? Not 10 Horse Monty. I don't know what 10 Horse Monty is. That's the story anyway, Amy. They wanted me tonight. The East Coast one. They wanted me tonight, but looking at the workload, if I have to come back up here and paint these, I'm glad because that wouldn't have worked out too well. South Coast, you know who? Kyle's trying to get Kyle's trying to be the South Coast, you know who connection. We got two when it involves Burnsy. Burnsy's got the West, you know who, and the East, you know who. 20 flats. Flats are kind of fun. Flats are nice because stencils fit to them nicely if I have to use one. Y'all ever throw these things? Strike King Series 3? I don't know why you just wouldn't throw a Bandit. Do we have any Strike King aficionados here that can tell me what this does that a bandit doesn't? I don't know, Burnsy. Maybe not. Yeah, I'd like to know. I'd like to throw one of these up against a 200 bandit. They're pretty similar. Pretty similar. Daniel, you don't have any Strike King crankbaits? I don't throw their square bill. I think I'm not a fan of their square bills. I'm a big fan of the Series 4, which I don't know that they make anymore. Series 4 is probably my favorite Strike King. One of them. I say 4. It would be hard for me to pick a 4 over a 5XD. 5XD is just a. One of these days, I'm just going to request to join you on live. Travis, what's wrong with that? You got something on your mind? They are still making the Series 4 and the 4S. I know a lot of guys like the 4S. I think the 4S is probably a better bait than the KVD 1.5 or 2.5 or whatever. But that's my own personal opinion. But I don't know that people stock them as much. I got 6. Only reason I got over 4 is because I picked up EE Strike King painted by TK. Nice. You got the copper crawl, whatever that damn thing is. What is going on with this, dude? Strike King left the damn tape on their bait. See that? Focus. No, focus on my fingers. Yeah, they left me a nice piece of masking tape. That was real good, guys. Getting out the door. Dude, this thing is coated. This thing is coated heavy. It's brown. Like, the funny thing is, sure as shit, nobody would notice that from the factory. But if somebody else did and left it on there, you would get roasted. The Big Diver? No, I haven't painted that one, Burns. I don't know what color to paint it. I'm kind of scared to paint it. I told you I've got a weird thing with painting your baits. I don't like just painting them to paint them. I typically feel inspired to paint them, and I save them for when inspiration occurs, because I'll get ideas for a paint job, and I'll say, "Ooh, that Burnsy I've got in there will fit that paint that I've got in my head appropriately." So I typically hold off until I get the spark. And I like the way they look raw. So, is that offensive? Amy, where are you leaving? Can't concentrate? There are 2 colors in the Crush 75 flat that is money. they have what they call a slight rattle, so in between silent and rattle. It's probably supposed to be silent and ended up having a gap in it and rattling anyway. It's typically how it goes. Hey, these aren't silent. We ordered silent. Well, you've got 50,000 of them, so you can either rebrand it or buy more. We'll just say they're in between. Some would say all crankbaits, even silent ones, have a slight rattle because if you've heard a crankbait underwater that's silent, it's actually pretty loud with the hooks banging around. Like the amount of noise a crankbait makes with no rattles and just hooks, silent, pretty loud. This one's got like a little ball knocker and then it's got a bunch of little BBs in it. All right, let's see here. I need sticks. I need boards. There's some 4S's I need to paint. I don't know what happened to that guy. 4S fan. I think I use the 4S like Todd uses the Hybrid Hunter. I have to go back and look at it, Barnes, and give it an inspection. Where is that thing? I thought it was sitting up here, but I got so much shit hanging out here. I can't find anything. Imagine that. This one. There it is. It's not tall enough for me, Burns. It needs to be taller. Sounds good. I don't know. It would probably make a pretty sexy shad profile square bill. I could see that. I could see that happening. Kyle, who has time to make braid hook ties on your hooks? Y'all ever done that? Honestly, my dad came in one day. He said, "I got something to show you." I was like, "What?" And he said, "Give me some braid." I was like, "All right." So I gave him a piece of braid. He said, "Give me a hook." And said, "Okay." So I gave him a hook. Give me a bait. So I gave him a bait. And he starts with this line tying project. And he gets he makes a braid split ring. So where'd you learn that? He said, Hot Defoe. So what do you know about Hot Defoe? I said, nothing. I just saw a video pop up on YouTube last night. Thought it was cool. And I said, okay. And it was surprisingly he was pretty quick at it. The old man was for having only done it like once or twice. But I started thinking about it, and I was like, this sure would be a pain in the ass if I had to do 100 baits. or if every bait you had to take the hooks off and then tie braid on it. But I guess if you got quick enough at it, it wouldn't be that big a deal. The cool thing about it though is that you always have split rings. You know what I mean? Like if you need to tie a hook on a bait and you're out in the boat, you don't have to keep up with split ring pliers or anything. You just pull some braid off a reel and hook them up. Easy peasy. Kyle, I don't know how deep this thing will dive. I mean, it's a big old diver. Do it on the water when it's blowing 30 and the temp is in the 50s. Yeah, no thanks. Oh, only 10 minutes before Hella's next call. Hopefully they're not long-winded today, Hella. Hopefully they're not long-winded. For anybody that was curious that plans on going to the Swimbait Universe gathering in at Lake Fork, I will not be attending. I have opted out of that. I told Wayne yesterday that I wouldn't be going. Thought I might want to. Nah. Decided not for me. Not for me. I loop it 6 to 8 times, then wrap the loops. I'm brainstorming ideas for features on a 16-foot John boat. Anyone have ideas for the boat we were working on? No, Joey, not going. I didn't want to put my eggs in that basket. The one thing I didn't like about what I heard about the Virginia one was I was thinking you go in to the gathering deal and it's like a weekend of vendors setting up. Turns out it's not. It's like one day from like 10 to 2 or something. Like it's not long the time that guys are actually out there selling. And I didn't really care for that. And maybe they're going to extend the time in wherever at Lake Fork, but it's only one day, huh? Burns, did your daughter? Well, he sent me a picture of her wearing the his shirt. Oh.
Oh no, she got some for Christmas.
Oh, Burns, did your daughter like her shirts? Amy wants to know. She's over here lurking in the day one, a few hours. Yeah, I don't like. That's a long way to travel to try and like move a bunch of shit in a couple hours. You know what I mean? And I wouldn't, I'm not going out there to party and like dick off. So I would rather be at the thing. At the central meeting ground, like, talking to people and doing shit like that. I don't know. It didn't make a lot of sense to me. So. What's so funny?
I'm just waving to my while you were talking.
How'd you log off?
Because I need to work.
What are you doing in here?
Because I want to clean the mess out here. And I came in here to see if Burns' daughter liked her shirts.
She probably loved him because she stole Burnsies. Burnsy.
Have you not been on a kayak yet?
Too cold.
The Bean has played in it, and I have
Oh,
pictures of her in it.
The Bean loves it.
She's gonna be my kayak pal. We're gonna be yakking together.
I told y'all the Bean got in it with the paddle and she was fishing with the paddle and she said, "Dad, I'm fishing." I said, "You catch anything?" She said, "Yeah, I got one." And I said, "Swing it over here. I'll take it off." And she put the rod up to me. I said, "Oh, Bean, nice one. That's a big one." She said, "No, it's just a teeny one." I said, "Okay, just a teeny one. It's not a big one, Dad.
She
Just a
said, throw
teeny
it
one.
back, Dada.
Throw it back."
Too
But
small.
Joey, are you going to Fork?
Did Burns get off?
I don't know. Maybe he had a customer. He usually says usually says when he has a client. You're looking rough.
Yeah, exactly, Kyle.
What?
You learn real fast not to flip it in the cold. It's not the cold that's keeping me from kayaking. It's the not really having the time yet.
Yeah, when do you go kayak with 2 kids?
Yeah, it's hard. I had both kids, me, nonstop for like weeks. No complaints, but just hard to do.
Yeah, it doesn't lend itself to just say, you know what? I'm gonna go kayak today.
I feel like the kids with Henry.
Did you go to Virginia, Joey?
All right, well, I guess
Or you go to Boxborough? Do you feel like if you've been to the Virginia one, did you feel like that the allotted time was enough?
I tried to get, hey Kyle, I tried to get TK to take both the girls the other day to the store. He said, no. Straight up, no.
No,
I can't do that.
I said I couldn't do it. I didn't want to do it. You don't want to. I had to go get ice cream and like one other thing, and you turn a 5-minute trip into a 30-minute knockdown drag out.
I have to do it.
Well, shit, you just sit here and do all this shit, and I'll go home and play with the kids and go back into the store, and then we'll be even. Really fucking awesome.
We had been in the yard all day, and we were having a pizza and Sunday party night, and he was running the store to get pizza and ice cream and brownies. No, we already have brownies, just pizza and ice cream. I said, why are you taking this on the take a shower? He's like, no. All right, well, I guess I'll take a bath with the one kid.
Hell, do it. Yeah, a couple of hours back to Virginia and Boxborough, only 40 minutes from me, so usually go. Would you like to have seen more time at the Virginia one?
Exactly, Kyle. I can't do what he does, so it works. We did have a good day in the yard, though. We got a lot done.
Yeah, I didn't have a shoulder yesterday. Pulling on those stupid ass vines. What is in this?
Oh, Burns is back.
Oh, Burnsy's back.
So Burns, did your daughter like her shirts? She got one of my school shirts. Cut at school.
Yeah, I should put a Brendan. I should put a I should put a waiver on the package of the native gills and say, if you'd like to sell it, please contact me and I will distribute it for you. Help you distribute it to a loving home.
Kyle, I have a very dark green thumb in between brown and green.
Shades of black.
I've kept a lot of things alive. Okay.
She has the thumb of a Grim Reaper.
I kept my orchid alive. That was hard to do.
I got
It's
a
flowering
new
again.
PB on
And my
the back.
Christmas cactus.
Oh, that
is
was that,
flowering.
Daniel. That jerkbait was a gift. How about that?
Only her TK shirt. She didn't like her skull shirt too.
Oh, you sent her a.
She wanted a skull shirt.
She probably wanted my skull.
She did. She got that one too.
Oh, I think you sent her one of the tie-dye ones.
I did.
Oh,
And he said, yeah, she loves her TK shirts.
yeah, she didn't
And I
like.
said, I guess she didn't like her.
No, she wants
her
the
skull
she wants
shirt.
the real deal.
She has 4 now, 2 stolen from Dad.
All are TK shirts to her. There you go.
Okay, I understand that.
Does she prefer the skulls burned? Do I need to keep rolling with skulls and just make that the theme?
All right, I gotta go work. But did you see Stillwood?
What?
I sent you Stillwood. He wasn't wearing a cowboy hat. He was wearing a baseball cap.
Yeah, he does that.
I had never seen that.
Never seen Wes wear a baseball hat. He used to wear that.
Uh-uh.
He used to wear that Copenhagen hat all the time.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I was thinking
It was a novelty.
he needs a camo tachograph.
And it doesn't fit the. It doesn't fit the vibe. It's not
It
vibe.
looks exactly like the one he's wearing.
No, it's not. It's not. It's not the look. It's the context. It's the content. It's the brand. It's the everything.
I need a TK performance shirt with hood in gray for summer and a 3X long sleeve.
I don't think we have 3X in there. I think we have a 2X.
No, but I think we have a 2X. DLT needs 3X.
Only 2X. In gray. She loves the skull. She loves the skull. Well, glad we can keep her stylish, Barnesy. Arms aren't long enough on the 2X. I have that same issue. The XL sleeves fit me most of the time, but back in the day, larges fit. But large, when I was wearing large, the large sleeves were too short.
That's his excuse, guys.
It's the truth.
Mm-hmm.
That shirt I brought home yesterday. You see the sleeves on it? They're up to my damn elbows.
Those are like old school. It's like a medium. They can fit me.
Not fit you.
Fit me perfectly. It went down straight to my arms. I mean, it wasn't too long.
You saying I'm fat?
I didn't say anything.
Wide shoulders, long arms.
Bye, guys. Y'all have fun.
My daughter is a rebel without a cause. That's good. I like it, Burns.
Hey, y'all.
I like the. I like her edginess and will.
I need a pair of J. Crew.
Probably won't fit my fat ass if they're not 42s.
Who said that? They're 35s, actually.
35s.
Anybody need a...
Maybe when I was 12.
Anybody need... What color would you say this is?
Camel.
It's like Henry's vomit.
Kind of. What is wingspan 96 inches? That would be pretty large. Pretty large and in charge. My problem with apparel is my shirts usually run short because I have a long torso, and they always end up being like belly shirts. But I feel like if I get one that fits, that's a little longer, I feel like a little kid because my shirt's like hanging down like to my knees. I think I'd rather have them short than long. What are we talking about? Fishing related. Performance. Performance wear. I'd like to have some gloves. I looked into that years ago. But as we said on the last stream, the juice wasn't worth the squeeze. I couldn't see myself ordering like 1,000 pair of gloves to meet the minimum order requirement to try and sell sun gloves. So I said, nah, I'll wait. I'll wait for a better time. I'll wait for the market to be flooded with sun gloves. The image of you in a belly shirt. Me in a belly shirt with jorts, shredded jorts. Sounds magical. Come on, you little pencil dick. Zip up hoodies with thermaliner. It's a tall task, Kyle. I don't care for zip up hoodies. I do, but I'm picky. And I'm also the minority in that I don't like regular hoodies. I very rarely ever reach for a standard hooded sweatshirt, but I have one. I've got the Ned rather be dead than Ned logo on a black hoodie, and it looks good. But that's about the only one I wear. But I really don't reach for it that often. So maybe I need to. If y'all prefer the zip ups, maybe I need to go the zip up route. Bernsey says I'm picky about everything but food. Pretty close. Yeah, I'm not incredibly picky about food. A little bit picky. I guess not as picky as I am about other stuff. So I left the house early this morning because I had to go on the hunt for something for these stupid ass baits. because I'm trying to make this color, and I finally found what I needed to make the pattern. Took me forever to find that damn thing. I will say, if any of you guys are painting, and you're looking for like brushes to spray through, the holy grail of selection is not at a beauty supply store. It's at the Dollar Tree. They have everything, dude. Like they have every brush you could ever imagine. It's incredible. I was like mesmerized at the variety of brushes. Except they didn't have that one. My favorite hoodie I've got, Kyle, is or not hoodie, but zip up outerwear that's light that you can just kind of throw on. Is was a $12 Costco purchase. Burns, it is. Reason being, I always thought they looked dumb, and I never had a real purpose for them. But now that I'm trying to match something that uses that, I wasn't able to dig back in my collection of stencils I bought. You would think I would have had one from when I was a little greenhorn, but I didn't. Um, so Burns, it's like no, they're like this isn't the exact one that I had in mind, but this is the closest thing that I can find. But what it is, it's like 4 or 5 triangles going up, and then in between those, triangles going down. Daniel, that's what they all say. That's how it all starts. That's how it all starts. I just want to paint a few baits for myself. The next thing you know, you're on Fish and Flea Market hawking baits. The next thing you know, you're dick deep in crankbaits and you're thinking, I don't need all these. What am I going to do with all these? Wonder if anybody will buy one. I think that's how it starts. My Strike King question, Baxter. What's the difference in a Series 3 and a Bandit 200? Why would someone choose? Why would somebody obviously be this married to a Strike King Series 3 over a Bandit 200? You can't tell me it catches more than a 200. What does it do different than a 200? Because a 200 is a death row bait. Has a little wider action. Okay, you see that? A little wider. I've thrown the 3XD, which is a cool bait. If I built a Bandit 200 out of balsa, would you be happy? Negative, Burns. I don't think that would be very appealing. Picturing it in my mind sounds very vanilla. 3's better than the 3XD. Mm. 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 How many we got over here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, that's right. I'm trying to get my numbers straight. Strike King Series 4 is legit. Yep, that's my favorite one. Yeah, I have a weird thing. So I'm although I paint in a realistic fashion, and I try and keep my tackle relatively simple, but I'm anal about how the stuff in my box looks obsessively. You know what I mean? Like the shade of white needs to be right, and like I get weird, real kind of picky about tones and undertones and stuff like that. But for the most part, it's a simple, basic idea, right? So, like I'm not like the guy that thinks like if I catch them on a one knocker, all my lipless baits have to have the one knocker K in black on the tail of the bait because that makes a difference. Like I don't like that. But one of my weird quirks that I think, for whatever reason, makes a difference. Maybe it's the color. Maybe it's whatever it is. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the bait, the color. But there was. Let's see if I can find them. Here they are. So I know they changed the color around a little bit, and you wouldn't think it would make that big of a difference. But this one's home. How am I get this out? Snip it off. All right, so that's a series. What is that? A 5? Yeah, it's a series 5, in what I guess is the current powder blue chartreuse. Not very powdery. Chartreuse is pretty bright. I gotta get this thing off. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. There it came. All right. So this is current powder blue chartreuse, or whatever their excuse of it is. Another one. So they're not very powdery. They're pretty bright. The ones with the old ones with the big scales, there's something to it, dudes. Like this bait right here, fish catching wise, they may look similar, but that faded out one catches way more for me than that bright one. I mean, this one's almost just bone. It doesn't, like, all the chartreuse is pretty much gone. It just looks like bone. But I don't know how that became this, because this is what it replaced. And this one wasn't very dark, like bright out of the package. But so whenever I have, that's probably more what it looked like. The chartreuse, it wasn't even chartreuse. But yeah, you can tell this one. You can tell this one has a little more color to it. That one. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but this one's seemingly been retired. No hooks on it. So I think this is my workhorse, because it's still got hooks on it. It's got the points broken off of them. It's got one good hook on the back, one shitty hook on the front. I don't know. Fire Tiger. Here's an old paint job I did. I'll show this. I'm gonna get off okay. Oh, this is all my Kentucky Lake baits. Strike Kings look best after they've sat in the sun for over a year. I would probably agree with that. This was in my very early painting years. I painted this. Notice the sideways scales. Don't know what I was thinking, but all dickhead newbies who don't know what they're doing can spray color shift paint on something and make it look seemingly cool. It is the noob painter crutch. Can't paint very good, just get some color shift stuff and make it look flashy. Damn, I had some friggin' gaffs on this thing. This is my this is my bait from the Triton Elite Tournament and the Triton Owners Tournament. This one, this was from 1 week of use on Kentucky Lake. Probably caught well over 100, 200 fish on it. There's a lot of cranking on that one. A lot of cranking done on that one. That's the bad thing, was like most of these I took and I would have like incredible runs on them, and then I would just retire them, which is not great. But like just when they get rashed up good is when I would get too scared to keep throwing them. So like that one, I probably just need to hang it on the wall, because I've got lots of fond memories of it on Kentucky Lake, during Kentucky Lake's heyday. But still got both its eyes somehow, hanging on by some Elmer's glue. But yeah, I need to retire that one. Anyway, that's the Strike King box. Oh, I'll do that. Oh. Was I throwing fluorocarbon the last time I threw this? Because I didn't tie a Palomar, which is odd. It's got 3 tag ends. Maybe I was using fluoro. No way. Let's say it ain't so. Later, Brennan. Put these back in here. All right, dudes. I gotta get to work. I have to paint all these. I have to paint all these little Strike Kings and have them going down the road by tomorrow. So, Kyle, I think we might have, but I don't ever remember using. I really don't ever remember using fluoro for cranking. I remember trying it for like pitching and flipping. I don't ever remember trying it for cranking. Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. But I'd like to know. Maybe somebody. No, nobody. Like if I fish with Jody, Jody wouldn't have tied that knot. He can barely tie a Palomar, and he ties a. I think Jody still ties the damn twisty knot, the fisherman's knot. Like wrap it 8-10 times, then back up and through. I think he still ties that knot. So it would have been me, but I need to do a thorough analysis on that knot and see see what that line was. Get Mythbusters on it. All right, dudes, I gotta go dig up some shit. Y'all be good. See y'all later. Have a good rest of your Monday. Kyle, it might be. I probably threw it. It's like, this stuff's garbage. But y'all have a good time, and we'll see y'all later on. Later, dudes.